Hello, hello, hello. We are live. This is my review for the Real Housewives of Atlanta, season 17. Oh, not season 17, season 16, episode 17. It is the season finale. Finally, it has been a tumultuous season, but I still don't think it was terrible, as some of you say. I still enjoyed moments, but I will give my rating of the season at the end of the episode. I had a great Pride, y'all. Great Pride weekend. I just finished watching the episode for a second time. Also, let me break the fourth wall right quick. I know nobody's in the room right now, but I'm sure y'all are going to see this on the rewatch. But I did pop roast this weekend, and let me just say, like, even though when I'm tired, even though when I have something going on that I probably don't want to discuss, I still am a professional and will go on with the episode. So maybe I won't be at the top level of my energy, but I still want to give a show. I still don't want to disappoint my co-host by calling out a weekend, but I was reading some comments and people are saying, Chris is lower energy than normal. And then someone just dedicated it straight to me having something against Alex or something like that, or not wanting the film. I'm just like, geez, why is that always the first thing? And if you know me, like if you watch my channel, you know that, I had a fucking eye hemorrhage. It's not, that big of a deal now, but it's healing. Thank you very much. And I had a long ass day and I work. So I'm sorry if, to any of you that were disappointed in my performance this past weekend on Pop Bros, that, I didn't give the level of energy that I always do. I tried. I was doing the best I can with what I got. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's just Alex's followers who aren't really that familiar with me, even though we've been doing this for maybe 7 years, maybe. I don't know. But yeah, shit like that is going to raise my pressure and maybe cause another thing. Like, y'all, when I looked in the mirror, I was about to do poli-sci. That's why I kind of delayed it a bit. All this, like all the top of my eye was bright, like fresh blood red over the top of my pupil. So I freaked out and went to the urgent care. So anyway, that's what happened. This is not me being shady, but I'm just saying I'm breaking the fourth wall right now because, that comment got me so hot. But just letting y'all know that, I tried. But anyway, let's get to this season finale. So we open with Porsha and her sister visiting Phaedra's house. We found out that Porsha and her family asked Phaedra that, actually help with the funeral arrangements because, that's her background. And it's for her cousin Londi that, passed suddenly, which was just such a shock. Did they ever say like what happened? Like, I know it's kind of rude to ask, like, well, how did that person pass? But when they're under the age of 40, you like, I feel like even like anybody would ask, like, what happened? Because that shit doesn't happen. But I do think it's obvious, even if it's Phaedra, if I had a friend in that sector of work, I would reach out to them too. So I understand why Porsha is asking Phaedra for help. So the next scene, we're with Angela meeting her therapist. She says this therapist has really helped with her marriage to Charles. Because, I'd imagine being married to someone like Charles, therapy is required. So she's venting about her real estate problems and as well as the sissy that approached her about Charles' infidelity. Now, she definitely thinks that sissy was sent by somebody. And that she's ready to address it and let the people know that the Oakleys are not to be fucked with. And I'm just paraphrasing, by the way. But yeah. Let's see. So next scene, it is the day of Shamea's showcase of her music. It was so random to me because I don't think she talked about that in the last episode. But she's invited the ladies, family, friends, and music execs. We even get a cameo from her husband. He is there in the flesh because you know he normally lives in the phone. Like I gotta say, Shamea, I was kind of disappointed by you this season. You started off so strong, but then you just faded to the background under Porsha's shadow, and then your husband is hardly even on the show. I don't get that. We don't know anything about him. We don't know his personality. We just know what he looked like, and he's there. That's all we know about him, man. He wants you to have a baby at all costs, even if your body is rejecting it. Sorry, I didn't mean to go. Is that too hard? Is that too harsh? I don't mean it to be. I was just, a little disappointed by her performance this season. I hope that doesn't come off too, mean. But anyway, the ladies are arriving. This is the first time Britt and Kelly have seen each other since Phaedra's event. They don't acknowledge each other. Drew is there, being shady as hell in her confessional, saying that, she's the resident singer of the group. And she's just there to, she wants to see if the mic, make sure the mic is on. So the performance starts, and it is an entire production. I was a little surprised by it. Like she had dancers, background singers, outfit changes. Like this was like actually like a concert she's giving. With like she just invited people to it. So this is all must be coming out of her pocket just to put on a performance for her friends and family. Hey, how long was this? Because there were at least, I counted maybe 6 outfit changes. And then when I think of an artist showcase, I'm just thinking, look, is Shamea up there with a mic, maybe a piano or something? Maybe she'll sing maybe a song, maybe 3 to 4 songs from the album or something. But no, she is giving like choreography, background singers behind her. And, it definitely looked like she spent money on it. But yeah, after it's over, we see Britt's, confessional saying, she gave it an E for effort. Now, Britt, I don't know. Like, I wouldn't take any judgment from Britt. I mean, because she has no talent at all. Drew's shade, I think, was much better. She said she needed a few more rehearsals. The mic was on, but it needed to be off. I'll allow it because Shamea has been coming at Drew a lot this season, sometimes even unwarranted. So I'll allow it. The ladies are at the after party now. I'm assuming it is because they're just in the back waiting for Shamea to arrive. And Angela reminds everyone about her gala, her charity coming up. Kelly brings up posting the event on social media, and Drew asks, well, how many followers you have? She says like 150K. Then Britt just chimes in saying that, oh, she bought followers. She could have kept that to herself. I'm not sure like why she had to bring that up, but it almost goes left because there's a little back and forth going on, but then Angela squashes it before Shamea arrives. Shamea then thanks everyone for coming, but she asks Britt to stay behind to talk. And then we, come to find out Cynthia told her what Britt said in regards to Porsha. I will say, like, if I was Shamea, I would be pissed too, because her and Porsha just finally got over that. They're in a good place. Like, why are you bringing this up again, Britt? Like, what is the motive to even do that? Because you and Porsha are cool now. You invited her to her house. Y'all getting together. Why? Like, is she just collateral because of Kelly, her relationship with Kelly? Shamea calls her a liar, and now it's basically, her word against Shamea's. And I'm just wondering, who do y'all believe? Who do y'all believe between Shamea and Britt? I don't know. Shamea thinks it's jealousy because, she sees that she took Britt's ride or die, Kelly, and now she's trying to fuck up her relationship with Porsha. But Britt keeps going, and Shamea goes for the low-hanging fruit, I think, by calling her a hoe. And then Britt goes just low immediately and says, well, did you see your daughter when you went to Miami? And like trying to call her out on something. But this is Britt's problem in this argument. Like, she just immediately goes low when she could just come for, like, there's so many different ways to come for Shamea, you know, instead of just going to something that has nothing to do with the topic at hand. So you just throwing shit out there. And it just so happens to be low as well. And then we see Shamea's problem is, like, she's just going for the easy route where, of course, the first thing you're going to call Britt is a hoe. And then, you know, continuing, Shamea steals Kelly's read, saying that, you know, calling her a pill popper, and then calls her a streetwalker. Groundbreaking, Shamea. So as Shamea walks away from Britt, Britt accuses her of stepping out on her husband. I think the argument between both sides was a fail. Both ladies failed the reading challenge, in my opinion. Now, gun to my head, if I had to believe somebody, it's hard because Shamea, she was talking shit about Porsha, and what is Britt's intention to lie? So it really is 50-50. I would probably be blown away because either side could be lying. I don't fully trust Shamea. I don't. What is wrong with Britt retaliating? Chris, she has a license and professionals can't be accused of pill popping or bed bopping. Britt stuck up for herself. I didn't say she was wrong. I just said that she didn't immediately have to go and bring her kid up. You know, like, I feel like there's other ways she could come at Shamea. That's all. Like, Britt just isn't that intelligent, I guess. That's all. Because I do think that, you know, she had a right to respond to Shamea calling her a hoe. But the thing is, Britt didn't have to go and put Shamea on blast to Porsha. So I think maybe Britt is more at fault. Like, Shamea has a reason to be angry at Britt now. Because Britt didn't have no reason to tell Porsha that Shamea showed her personal text messages between them. She was just being messy. Thank you, MJ, for the super chat. It was really refreshing to see that quick scene of Britt shopping for a private jet. Love when a housewife flaunts their wealth. Only see that on Beverly Hills. We'll get to that, but that was just a fake ass scene to me. So, yeah, next scene, we're at Drew's residence, and Ralph calls her from the basement asking for permission to come up. We then are shortly with Britt and her curious husband, fake looking to buy a private jet. MJ, like, I don't think that was real. I was just like, next. Like, I'm just like, for real? What does her husband do again? They're shopping for a All right. So then we're at Kelly's household now, and she's discussing the Neverland restaurant. Fast forward, we're back with Drew and Ralph talking, and already this scene just started out. It just seems so scripted and just produced. Like, she's walking in as he's playing the piano. I'm just like, girl. And he's asking her, how did we get here? Because you're a fucking asshole. That's how we got here. You're making her life a living hell. Like, the man is an evil, conniving, conventionally attractive gaslighter. Like, I need Drew to stop falling for his bullshit. And speaking of bullshit, next scene we're with Phaedra and the young man she's dating who she met on Married to Medicine. Like, allegedly she's been dating him for 4 months. Again, I hit fast forward. Next scene, we're then with Britt. And then, y'all, at this point in the episode, I was like, can we just fast forward to Angela's event? I don't care about any of this shit they telling me. We're at Britt's house, and she's having, you know, a family gathering, all her sisters, her in-laws too. I'm sure she made Well, she made sure to have enough food at this event, maybe. According to her, she's in a good place with her sisters, and my fucks are few. Fast forward. So then finally, we're at the evening of Angela and Charles' charity event. The ladies are arriving. Porsha shuts it down in this dress. I'm sorry. I mean, y'all can hate her, but her dress game sometimes is major. I love what she was wearing. Britt looked good too. I'll admit that because I'm not a complete hater. Shamea. Why, girl? Why? Why? Like, come up there like serving Joan of Arc realness. Like, it's so bad. So bad. I'm glad she at least redeemed herself at the reunion. That was a cute reunion dress. Didn't like the hair, but it was a cute reunion dress. Like, I just don't know what she was wearing at that event. Anywho, we see Angela calling Drew, and of course, Drew is going to be late. But we find out that Angela and Drew met up with the sissy to get to the bottom of the false rumor and who set him up to do it. And we see this all in a flashback. So he gives her a name, and she will reveal it to the other ladies at the event. So then Drew actually plans on bringing the scheming sissy to the event. I know his name is Marcus, but he is a scheming ass sissy. A scheming ass sissy. Sass. I need to find out what the other S stand for. A scheming ass stupid sissy. A scheming ass something sissy. It's going to be sass for short. Anyway, I'm going to think about it. Maybe y'all can come up with the acronym for me in the comments while I'm doing this review. But anyway, we're going to move on. So later on, the ladies are all together. Everything is cordial for now. Angela and Charles honor Porsha at the event. I was a little confused by this at first, but you know, Porsha's going through a tough time. She came to her event. And then I was thinking, okay, well, her grandfather is, she's still connected to that organization started by her grandfather. So maybe that's why they're giving her a shout out. Maybe she gave a really good donation. I don't know. But it was nice for them to give her some shine, I guess, at the event, uplift her. So afterwards, the ladies comfort her after she says a few words. And I need Britt to back up and let Shamea get her friend together. Oh, thank you so much, Andrea. A scheming ass, well, K-D or scheming ass scamming sissy. Or a simple ass scheming sissy. Or a scheming ass scandalous sissy. Thank y'all for helping me out. But yes, sass. Dwight and Miss Lawrence didn't throw the first brick at Stonewall for punks to get on Roa and act like this. Say it again for the cheap seats in the back. Look, they were just, I don't know. The sissies back then when the show started, they carried the show along. I don't know what they're doing now. These new sissies they bringing on. Lord, watch I get a yellow sign for saying sissy so much. Anyway, so let me see. So later on, the ladies are all seated in the lounge area. The charity is over. Drew informs them that the sissy has arrived and he is ready to sing like a canary. Angela has the ladies' attention and tells them about the ambush at Kelly's event. It seemed like she's going around the room interrogating some ladies, going from Kelly to Britt. She then says Drew has information, and that's when she brings in Marcus. And as he's about to spill the tea, Charles comes with security and interrupts them and says he needs to get the fuck out. Angela then says, no, he needs to stay. And then there's like a back and forth. Angela just wants him to say his piece in front of the ladies and then he can leave. But now she's trying to calm Charles down because now he's in Marcus's face. And he looked like he was about to lay that sissy out. And I'm just like, not on Pride Month. No, look, we couldn't have that. Even though he was a scheming, scamming ass sissy, I didn't want to see him be laid out, especially in Pride Month. Anyway, so Charles is just over it. He allows Marcus to stay. He just, leaves. He's done with the bullshit. And you know what? I think I was on Charles' side. Like, why did you bring him here? Like, Angela is giving him the airtime. Like, this is exactly what he wanted. And that's probably what Charles was thinking. Like, don't give him this type of day. Like, he is enjoying this right now. Like, production, I want y'all to stop letting this happen. Somebody with no type of credibility coming on the show, trying to like throw a monkey wrench and shit. Anyway. Also, yeah, Angela did stand up to Charles. Like, I was like, wait a minute, this is Angela popping off. This is the maddest I've seen her. I liked it. Let's see. Not the original conductor of the Underground Railroad. Thank you so much. While y'all looking at this review, please like and subscribe, please. Where was I? Oh my God, why are people sending me messages? Let's see. So, let's see. Charles is over it, blah, blah, blah. So Marcus tells the ladies that it was in fact Phaedra that put him up to it. He then calls her the godfather of Atlanta. And while I can't take this seriously, I don't put nothing past Phaedra Parks. We have already seen with our two eyes what she's capable of, that she's capable of lying, and the fact that she's a good liar at that. Like, no, I can't trust anything she says. So, look, I don't know. I kind of think she did it. Y'all. What do y'all think? Because that is the main question that I'm presenting to y'all. Just let me know in the chat or in the comment section below. The other ladies are gagged, and most of them don't believe him. He then says the connect between him and Phaedra was Junebug. Y'all, go back to that scene and listen to the sound effect production added when he said that. The clownery. Just the sheer clownery. We cut to Porsha saying it was a scheme set up by Time to come with us with the bullshit. I really love when they say the popular lines, when the cast does it, and they know which lines caught on. I love it when they do that. So then the sissy then sashays away. And then Phaedra is denying everything. But now Angela is going in on Phaedra, asking her, why would she do it? You're playing at a low level right now. She then tells her that she actually gave her info first on who the sissy was in the first place. So it connects back to Phaedra. She said that after Kelly's event, Phaedra came to her and said, well, I think his name is Marcus, and I think this is where he works. Okay. Like, in that moment, I don't know. Like, I would have eyes on Phaedra too if I was Angela. I think she did it. I don't care. Does anybody think that she didn't do it? Does anybody think she didn't do it? Phaedra then goes on offense now and tells Angela, you busy researching while you have houses in foreclosure. Now, Phaedra, how would you know that information? How would you know that? But you don't care nothing about what's going on with Angela. She might have just told on herself right then and there. But Angela says, that ain't no tea, sis. Like, I'll tell you everything I'm going through, honey. You the one going from one failed friendship group to another, and here you are doing the same shit. I was like, get her, Angela. Get her. And she keeps on going, saying, you walking around like you got your shit together. Do you let your kids see their father? Oh, woo. Phaedra says, they do. And Kelly yells, is like, don't bring kids into it. I was like, shut up, Hobbit. Shut up. Let her cook. Let her cook. Y'all know the song, the youngins in the chat. Anyway, we cut to all the ladies' confessionals. It is hilarious. Shamea and Kelly think Britt is the culprit. And Porsha think it was Angela herself, that sent the guy to come to her at Kelly's event. She was like, I don't know. Fight me at the reunion, bitch. I'm sorry. I hollered at that. Like, Porsha had me hollering at that. Because you know what? Like, I was thinking this too in the back of my head, that there is a possibility. There is a possibility. Now, hear me out. Angela might be a mastermind. She might know, like, okay, Phaedra's coming back on the show. We're at Kelly's event. Let me just pay this sissy to come in and, like, you know, start some shit with me and say, oh, man, your husband's cheating on you. Then I can pin it on Phaedra and just say Phaedra did it. Because I just know that she's known for lying and doing this type of shit to people. And then, you know what? I wouldn't even blame Angela. I would not even blame Angela, because you know what? In the grand scheme of things, Phaedra deserves it. So yeah, like, I was hollering at that part, or even just the thought that Angela would think those many steps ahead just to sabotage Phaedra's return to the show. I think that was hilarious. You said it was so badly executed, I think Angela did it. Exactly. Like, why was he even mic'd? Like, I feel like, you know, extras in a scene, they just can't go up to Housewives. They just can't. And they're not already mic'd. Like, I could see them saying, like, you know, they're going up to, like, a cast member, and then afterwards, production will ask you, oh, well, because, you know, they always have to ask people, like, give them, like, what is it, a waiver to sign to be on TV or something like that. So yeah, like, if you're mic'd up already, something is going on. But yeah, I more so think that Phaedra did it, in contrary to people thinking maybe Angela is just the mastermind behind it all. So, as the argument goes on, production then starts with the end cards. Excuse me, we're already at the end of the episode. So now we're at Kelly's card. What was that? Child. It's a live show. Anyway, Kelly's card is she is finally divorced and the restaurant is still Neverland. In between this, though, Shamea then jumps in the argument between Angela and Phaedra and tells the group that Britt brought up her kid. And then I think Porsha was asking, well, what did you do in that situation? She said, I walked away because I was going to beat her ass. And then Britt says, is that a threat? And Shamea says, you the one making threats with guns, whore. You whore. Again, Shamea going for the low-hanging fruit. Britt then walks away with her husband. And then her title card, her end card comes up. But I was like, well, who gives a fuck, because she ain't coming back. So we could just move on. Of course, they don't mention her suing the network, though. So then we get to Drew's, and it says the album released, Ralph is still in the basement, and divorce for them is nowhere in sight. We then go to Shamea. She's still, they're trying another surrogate, so she's still trying to have another baby. Phaedra's is nothing important, and it's exactly, you know, just like how she brought nothing important to the show. We get to Angela's, and it says she sold 3 of the houses, but she still lost 2. She may come out with her own line of fans, which she should. And there's no vow renewal, which I'm sure they're probably going to do a vow renewal in season 17. You heard it here first. And then we see Cynthia in between, you know, while the episode's ending, we see Cynthia explaining to Porsha that this whole back and forth between Britt and Shamea happened because she told Shamea what Britt said about Porsha showing the messages. And Porsha said that she didn't need to do that. She didn't need to tell Shamea because even if I knew that information, I'm still going to treat Shamea the same. I doubt it. I think Cynthia did the right thing because Porsha is very passive aggressive. She would have definitely held that over Shamea's head, and Shamea wouldn't have had no reason to think like why Porsha treating her like this. So I'm glad that Cynthia intervened. So then we fast forward 5 months later at the home that Porsha couldn't film in all season. Now, it is a beautiful ass house. It really is. But she can finally film now and talk about her divorce, it seems. At the time this was filmed 5 months ago, we find out that she has a new court date coming up and she's ready to just get all that behind her. We finally see her in car, and it says that Simon was detained when he came into the United States, and the divorce now is on ice. Now, see, production, when y'all do shit like that, that makes me think in others. That's why people have been saying that y'all, as well as Porsha, are the ones that called ice on Simon when y'all do stuff like that. But yeah, that is where the episode ends, y'all. We now know that Porsha got a worthless judgment. I'm not sure where the house falls into that because I'm sure she's still going to have to pay, maybe pay on that house. That's all going to be left on her. I'm not sure. But I think she'll be back season 17. We then get the reunion trailer. My thoughts on that. It doesn't look bad, but why the fuck are there 3 parts? Why? We see that Candy's name was mentioned in this reunion in regards to Shamea and Porsha. Both of them allegedly made out with her. Ralph is there. He's not even sitting behind Drew. He's sitting on the other side of the couch behind Phaedra and Porsha. Then the highlight of this reunion preview is when Charles cleared the room on everybody. Like, I would say even including Andy. He's like, y'all coming at me. I'm the only husband here. Where are y'all husbands? Cleared the room. It was radio silence. Like, Charles, you got 100 cool points from me just for that. Do not come for the Oakleys. I'm telling you, like, MVP. I mean, we see, like, Angela has to deal with this crotchety old man. So I'm sure that's enough practice for her to be prepared for the ladies. Anywho, the reunion starts the week after next because this is 4th of July weekend, I'm assuming. Correct me if I'm wrong, because I think it's coming back not till July 14th. We'll see. I could use the weekend off, though, as a break. But yeah, my thoughts this season, I don't think it was terrible, y'all. I actually think it was pretty good. It was way better. I think light years better than season 15. If I had to rate this numerically, I would say scale of 1 to 10, I would give it a 7. I would give it a solid 7. There were just hiccups in the show and major road bumps, but they did what they could. They just really cast it like this could have been a great season. It's just certain factors didn't need to happen, and that's just, it is what it is now, the chain of events. So yeah, I'm looking forward to next season. I feel like this will definitely be the season to watch out for, and maybe Nene will be back, maybe, but I think they could keep this entire cast. Maybe bring Mia on if Nene's not going to be there. I know it's going to be something, y'all, but I really feel like they're going to bring Nene back. Like, it's been too many subtle hints about it. I don't know. Y'all let me know in the chat. Y'all saying 6. Somebody said an 8 for the season. But yeah, I agree, y'all. Season 17 gonna come and y'all gonna be complaining again. Again, y'all gonna find some like watch Nene be on the show and y'all still gonna complain. And I'm gonna be right there to call y'all asses out on it. They should have just aired it because part 1 would be probably boring. Will Angela and Charles Oakley's marriage survive? I would love to know that too. Just because you are married does not make it more than a title. Charles was spreading them legs. I agree. They too were once married, Charles. Don't talk too soon. Charles supports Angela in a way that most of these husbands don't. They left their husbands because they cheated. Well, then, I still think it was a real shady comment for Charles to say. And, we don't really expect that out of the husbands. They're just there. But he's just as shady as his wife, it seems. So that's what makes it interesting to me. Angela is another Robin trying to recoup money she lost. Damn. I like her better than Robin, honestly. She's more fabulous than Robin, in my opinion. I have a feeling Drew and Shamea will both perform at the reunion. I hope not. I need Marlo Bigfoot ass back as friend and Sheree. Nope, we are not doing this. I love you. I love you. Thank you for watching. But we are not bringing people back that y'all said y'all wanted off the show. Y'all dragged Marlo and said she does not need to come back. So we are not asking for Marlo to come back. We are not asking for Sheree to come back. The only suitable people I will allow in the conversation is Nene. Nene, maybe Shamari, maybe who else? Definitely not Claudia. I don't want to hear that name anymore. Kenya, Nene, Kenya. Who else? It's slipping my mind right now. Oh, I'll take Tanya. I'll take Tanya coming back. Oh, thank you. Thank you for reminding me. Mariah Huck will be a gag. Quad could be on the show. So yeah, but no. Eva, if she's willing to play, and she don't think she's above the bullshit. But anyway, y'all, that is my review on this season. I will definitely be reviewing this 3-part reunion. I would love to know what y'all thought about this season and the season finale. Who do y'all believe? Lion ass Faye, scheming ass Faye, or the Queen Angela, MVP of season 16? With that, y'all, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see y'all for the reunion.